贯彻全面准确和党中央集中统一领导。
The 20th National Party Congress is underway in China. Xi Jinping is set to become a leader for life. From Taiwan to Hong Kong, the Chinese leader spoke about Beijing's aggressive stance on all matters, China's future plans. But something else made headlines today. During the CPC Congress, China played clips from the June 2020 clash between India and China. Xi Jinping also spoke about improving the Chinese army. Remember, this is all happening when disengagement talks are underway. Why then, I ask, would Beijing show this clip at this very important political event? What is Beijing's true intent? What message is China trying to send to India? This is our top focus tonight on Gravitas. Stay with us. Have you seen those pictures before? There's quite a good chance that you might have. Ever since the clashes in Galwan, the Chinese propaganda machinery has been pushing this video. And with a rather old narrative about how India was the aggressor in Galwan, not China. China is now trying to revive that same story by using the stage of the country's biggest political event, the Communist Party Congress. Do you know what happened yesterday? That same video was played at the Great Hall of the People. Just minutes before Xi Jinping himself took the stage to deliver his speech, China tried to spread propaganda about Galwan. The consequences of this move are clear. The India-China relationship is already at rock bottom. Reviving the Galwan propaganda will complicate any dialogue to restore peace at the border. But what signals is Beijing trying to send to New Delhi? That's what we are going to discuss tonight on the show. Let's now start with those pictures again. Here's a quick recap. The Chinese state media had released it last year. Simply put, it is a military propaganda. Beijing claimed that this video is of the clashes at the Galwan Valley. This region is at the center of the current India-China border standoff. The clashes happened back in April 2020. 20 Indian soldiers were killed in action. What about Chinese casualties? They have always been a big question mark. Officially, Beijing claims that 4 soldiers died in the clashes, but there are many who suspect that China's casualty numbers were much higher. And at the center of this video is a PLA commander. His name is Shi Fabao. You may have heard of him before. Apparently, he was injured during these clashes. Obviously, this claim is part of the Chinese narrative. We cannot independently verify it. But here is what we can say for sure. This story, the story of Shi Fabao, has now become a propaganda tool for the Chinese press, and now the Chinese state. Earlier this year, Shi Fabao was picked as a torch-bearer for the Winter Olympics in Beijing, a move which was widely condemned here in India. Back then, New Delhi had lodged a diplomatic protest. India's top diplomat in China did not attend the opening and closing ceremonies of the Winter Games. Listen in.